What's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. Today, we have an interesting guest who is a veteran, a digital course creator, a motorcyclist and motorcycle trainer, and has used Legendary Marketer to skyrocket his results. Let's hear all about it. BJ, welcome to the show, brother.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
So thanks for your service, first of all, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit about your journey and kind of how you came online and found Legendary.
Yeah. Well, I find it probably a little different than most. I did 25 years as a police motorcycle officer, and I retired, and I started my own motorcycle training school here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we started that back in 2014. And then a few years later, I wanted to reach more people, so I made a digital training course and put it all online. I got into ClickFunnels. I went to Funnel Hacking Live, and I'm talking to other marketers there, networking, and they recommended to build an affiliate program for it. And, and then I ended up starting to have affiliates sell, and I made a membership area and made a digital course out of it. And, I just went from there.
Okay.
So,
How ultimately did you find us?
well, they were telling me about people that I was networking with was telling me about Legendary and how it would help me promote not only my motorcycle school here in Pittsburgh, but also the videos and everything else. And so I ended up, a couple years later, I found you on TikTok and remember talking about your program. And, they said it would be really beneficial to help me market my own school. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So has it been?
Oh, fantastic. We blew up. We saw licensing agreements for my school. So I used your program to help me and my son. My son's real big into the business as well. So now we have 65 locations across the country for my school. So we sell,
Wow.
it's almost like a franchise, but it's a licensing agreement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you've expanded when?
Over COVID, we really started knuckling down and building everything in the back end and
Wow.
focused on our marketing. And, so we just took it from there and just kept building on it.
And what would you say has been the strategy or the number one thing that you've taken maybe from your training or experience here that's helped in that business?
Oh, the marketing. I mean, reaching out to people, putting ads in front of them. We do Facebook ads for the motorcycle school and the videos. So it really went, just being able to put everything together, make everything flow better, have our back end better, and just been tremendous actually.
So are you playing around also with some affiliate marketing too?
Yeah, after going through your course, and I had to tell other people who are looking to learn how to market online. I mean, no matter what their passion is. I mean, mine's motorcycles, and we really, just whatever it is, whatever you're interested in, you can use Legendary to market that.
Oh, yeah. I Matt, maybe 4 weeks, 6 weeks ago, something like that, sent me a video of you, and
Mm-hmm.
you happen to be our top affiliate for either that day or the previous couple of days or something. And it was all from this little TikTok video that you made where you
Right.
basically were sitting in front of your desk there playing a
Mm-hmm.
country western, song. Um,
Yeah.
and you mentioned six firearms companies that you can be an affiliate for. You didn't say a single word. Is all you
Right.
did was you said, "Hey, here's six, firearms companies that'll pay you to send them leads and traffic." And you listed the six. Never a word spoken. You
Yep.
listed the six, and that video went viral. You had 1 million views on it in a few days. You
Right.
blew your account up to over 30,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was blown away by that. What was your
Oh, me
reaction?
too. It was, and I just started that TikTok, not even 2 weeks prior to that. And, when I first went on
Yeah,
there,
I
I just
saw that.
did pictures but I'm thankfully I was able to have my link in my bio right before that one went viral. And
Mm,
I mean, it just took off. And, I mean, the next day I woke up, I mean, I posted it right before I went to a family, New Year's Eve party. And then, the next day I just couldn't believe the amount of views and traffic and comments and everything from there.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it goes to show you just the power if you have everything set up correctly, the power of what's possible with some of these platforms these days. And again, set up properly, and are you using the right mechanics and dynamics along the way? Anybody in any niche, motorcycles, um, teaching affiliate marketing or teaching online marketing. Um, Firearms training. I mean, I'm just thinking
Yes.
of just trying to, I mean, self-defense, parenting, dog training. You could even niche down from there to Harley Davidson. You can always, you can create a account, takes 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Get it set up properly, get your link, if you can, or at least get your back end set up for when you can get that link up in the bio. And you set up your back end to send that traffic towards that link, and you create content around edutainment, educational and entertaining content around that topic, one message per account. and
Mhm.
and, and you can it really is mind-boggling how simple it is to grow a business versus, BJ, the things that I would think to do to build my business if I didn't have this knowledge, meaning all the offline beating the pavement, making the phone calls, handing out the business cards. It's such an old school and absolutely exhausting way to build your business versus these strategies that we're using here in this community and people who are going through this education. Isn't it just, and I look at a guy like you who's clearly a blue collar guy. I mean, I'm a blue collar guy. You don't strike me as a guy who has sat in a suit in a corner office in a skyscraper your whole life, right? You're a police
Never.
officer, you're a
Right.
military veteran. I mean,
Yeah.
so here we are, guys like you and I are leveraging technology where there's so many other guys who look like you and me who are out there beating the pavement and struggling. I mean, that must be why you say, "Hey, I want to share this knowledge by actually
Oh,
having at least a stream of traffic at least an account or two in the how to build a business online niche."
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Wow. So where do you go from here with, how, what's next in the next 3 to 6 months for you? I mean, what would you like to accomplish in 2022?
Well, we're going to continue to expand our motorcycle training business. It's an advanced course. It's not for beginners, and so it's unique. It's a niche down version of motorcycle training, and
Mm,
so we're going to start going advertising and get it outside the U.S. and start getting into other countries. And
mm.
so we teach people how to run the business on the back end, and so yeah, we want to just expand to make it worldwide.
So this particular business, it doesn't require you to have physical locations. You're just selling the training to people who want to have the business, and it's almost like you said earlier, a franchise. They
Yeah,
then take your system and open a business in their local market to train other folks on riding motorcycles, etc.
exactly. And if they're not already trained and certified to teach the motor officer techniques, we send them and get them trained and certified to teach. And then
Mm,
we teach them how to market their classes. And I'll tell you what, that's a huge thing, marketing. I mean, trying to tell some big burly Harley guy that's been riding 20 years that there's more to learn. It's a tough sell. So we had to get out there and really show them what they're capable of and what that bike's capable of doing. And you know, I don't know if you ever seen the viral videos of motorcycle officers going through the cone courses on YouTube, but that's what we teach.
And what your cell phone's capable of doing, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's there's nothing more entertaining than watching a big burly guy on a Harley Davidson ride through some cones and do some interesting shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just
Right.
there's not, so if you can capture that content, which is the entertaining aspect of it, and add a little nugget of education. There's a common theme of education and messaging on the account. And then that face, maybe that burly, you know, big
Yeah.
guy becomes the messenger, right, of that account. And now for $0, a little bit of knowledge, $0, you set up a marketing, but basically it's almost like a spring. You know how some ocean, you know, lakes are man-made, some are spring-fed. You know, what do you want? Do you want to have a lead source that's spring-fed? You know, for me, I don't want to have to go building, you know, these big pools everywhere and then bringing people to those pools and then trying to bring them out of those pools or complicate my marketing. I want to just be able to go to those places where there's those spring-fed opportunities where leads just flow right to me
Exactly.
endlessly.
Exactly.
And with your business model, it's similar to what we teach here with the information aspect, right? You don't even have to travel when somebody buys your program because it's all online. They can access everything online, and if they need your customer service, well, you can get on the phone or a Zoom with them. So you've got the perfect setup here to use a platform like TikTok or Instagram because it's all you need to do is simply get out your message.
Exactly. And that's just the digital side. I mean, the physical locations, like when we sell a pro rider to anybody who wants to get into this business, you know, it's all outdoors. You know, they get a parking lot and they teach it. We tell them, you know, the cones and they set it all up. So
yeah, right. I can see that. Like they don't even need a physical location, right? They
no,
just need a parking lot to use.
exactly.
I like that. I mean, that's great. You know, here's an example, friends, of somebody who used experience from a previous career, right? And how, you know, I know another guy who teaches firearms classes at a local gun range who actually is an active sheriff, but he could just as easily be a retired sheriff. But here's, friends, for those of you who are looking for ideas of information or expertise or knowledge that you may already have, BJ could have easily said, "Oh, I'm just a police officer. I know how to protect and serve. That's about all I know how to do. I mean, you know, what am I going to do in this chapter of my life? I don't know. I'm helpless, you know." But instead, you looked around at the various knowledge that you've acquired over the years and said, "Hey, I've got something here." And now I've worked in the business. I've developed some of the systems, but now let me work on the business and let me create a leveraged sellable asset, right? Which is what you've done. You've taken yourself sort of out of the equation. And now instead of running the classes every day, you're selling the franchise, you know, the license to be able to do that. And I don't know, it's just a great example of an information business in a unique niche. And then, but using our strategies to be able to get that opportunity in front of more people around the country, or like you said, around the world.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, the training that you provide is phenomenal. No matter what you want to put out there, whatever you want to promote.
Motorcycle business, motorcycle light training businesses included.
Exactly. Yep.
Wow. So what do you think of this whole online thing, and specifically even what we're doing as a retired police officer, somebody who just, you know, I mean, even motorcycle stuff, what you're doing there is somewhat familiar to your police life. This whole world's different. I mean, it's the internet. What's this experience been like for you?
Oh man, it's been, I mean, huge eye opener to the potential to be able to harness the power of the internet is just amazing. And I mean, but you have to learn it the right way. You know, it's just it's incredible on the amount of people you can reach, the message you want to put out there, and what you can learn online. I mean, I was always terrible on computers, and so it took me a little longer to get everything dialed in, and but I still struggle. But thankfully, I got my kid and my wife who can help me with when I struggle with something. So
It's interesting because, as a cop, when you were riding around all those years, you had the computer sitting right there in your front seat, and you had to like punch stuff in and be
I
using that thing. No?
when I came on, we didn't have computers. I had to write everything. I did.
Oh, really?
Computers came, huh?
Really?
Yeah, in Pittsburgh, we didn't have computers when I first came on, back in not in the '90s, and so everything was written by hand, everything was done by hand, and and then a few years later, I ended up getting on the motorcycle unit, and our motorcycles didn't have computers, so
So
at the time,
you never really
no, I
had to
kind of just
force to
escaped that.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Wow. So here's
But
even more hope for you folks who are feeling, technically challenged
mhm.
that, here's an ex-police officer who, never used the computer. Never used it. You would think at least in some way, shape, or form, the man's going to be forced to learn how to use a computer. You never did. But here you are using your cell phone, using your computer, sitting down, patiently giving yourself an opportunity to learn and understand these principles. How important is that for somebody in maybe that baby boomer, or quite frankly, honestly, you could be young and have no computer experience, but let's just say somebody who's had a career not on the computer and feels overwhelmed by this. How important is patience? Or what have you done to be able to comprehend some of this stuff, understand it, and apply it?
no, it was I mean, training, and I mean, everything revolves around training. And like what I would do is I'd go on and I'd find something online, and then I would watch a video, I'd pause it, and then I'd implement it on my computer. I'd watch it on my phone, and I'd just start and pause it every 10, 20 seconds until I learned how to do it and figure everything out. I built my first funnel at the end of 2017, and I didn't even know what a funnel was, at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, me neither. I mean, I used a WordPress funnel building app back in the day called like Optimized Press or something. You had to upload the plugin to your WordPress
Mhm.
blog and, go through and set all these pages up and stuff. And I can remember doing that. That was the first funnels that I built. And yeah, you don't even know what you're doing. I remember that. I remember that feeling of just kind of even looking at other people's stuff and just kind of watching the training, just setting it up as it's telling me, but not really understanding.
Right.
And
Right.
I do think it's important to understand the blueprint, and that is one of the reasons why we call our kind of flagship program the Business Blueprints, because the guy on the job site who understands how to swing the hammer, but also how to read the blueprint, makes the most money, and also
Yeah.
understands the most about the job, understands the job from start to finish and kind of the big picture. And so, at first, do you feel like you were just kind of following instructions and swinging the hammer? Do you feel a bit more now like you understand the blueprint?
Oh yeah, I understand it now. It was just a struggle at first, and took me, you know, 10 times as long to do what I can do now. And very simple. It's just like anything in life. First time you do something, first couple times, it's a struggle. But the more you do it, the more familiar you get with it. You understand, know what needs to be done.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so I've got so the name of your business is Pro Rider, your
Yeah.
motorcycle business. Okay.
Yes.
And your TikTok account for that is the Pro Rider MC.
Yes. That's the TikTok for the motorcycle business. Yeah. And
And
I
then
just started that, at the end of summer.
yeah. And then your Make Money with McMullins is your affiliate marketing, make money online, niched account, and that's the account also that had the video with you, the viral video about the firearms affiliate programs, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did notice that when you did that video, you'd only been doing TikTok for about 10 or 12 days, and you had sort of adjusted your content a little bit. I want to talk about that here in
Yeah.
just a moment, but I want to show everybody this video that I've been talking about. I live back in the woods, you see, a woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I live back in the woods, you see, a woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a... So pretty simple.
Very simple. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty simple stuff. You know, when Matt showed me that, and I talked about you a couple of times on Wake Up Legendary with a couple of different
Right.
people. I thought that was just such a, you know, you're only one video away. You never know. That video ended up getting 1.2 million views, and I think that video built your channel up to 30, 35, maybe 40,000 followers. I don't know how many you had before,
Yeah.
how
I
many you
mean,
had after,
within a
but
few days, I had 30,000 followers, and now I'm up to, I think, a little over 41,000.
yeah.
So
So you know, because your account was so new, I quickly was able to kind of look at the entire thing and see that in the beginning you were sort of posting more generic content, a lot of content from either other gurus or influencers. And then you slowly kind of move into this where we see you, your face, and we've got kind of a theme going here. And what happened, and what have you learned?
oh, just
Sorry, I lost you there, man.
yeah, our power just went out here in Pittsburgh. So
Okay, well, you're back now, no problem. So
well,
just start your answer back from the beginning. What
um,
have you learned over your journey, and how has your kind of content evolved? You know, just trying to kind of figure out what you might tell yourself now that you didn't know when you started that you do know now, kind of thing.
yeah, go all in. You know, go 100% in. If you want to do this, um, you know, get out there, get your face on camera. Really, you know, go all in. If you're going to do something, do it right the first time.
So what was the shift in getting your face out there? You know, because
Um,
you the first week or so didn't, you know, you also were using, like I said, generic content. So what happened here in this period, which was only just a couple of days before your 1.2 million you know, view video that really blew your channel up? You have about maybe 10 or 15 videos here. What happened when you went from not to showing your face on your videos?
oh, yeah. It was it took off from that point on. I started getting a lot more views.
Why did you
I guess
do it though? Like what was happening? You weren't seeing result. Like what made you do it?
oh, well, actually, it was. I don't know if maybe I cut out before when that power went out briefly there, but I was watching Wake Up Legendary in the morning, going through the training and listening to other people saying you have to get out there, you have to put your face, you have to get comfortable in front of that camera, and so that, you know, I just listened to them and listened to the people who did it before me. So that's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Makes sense. Well, now do you feel like you're a lot more comfortable making content?
Yeah, and I still really doesn't I don't really talk much in the videos, so I don't know if
Wow.
that's you know, I'm probably gonna start doing that. And also another thing is I haven't gone live. So I'm actually gonna start going live here, and yeah, I'll probably go live you know, now. So
Yeah. Interesting. So, So yeah, you're not doing a lot of talk. Yeah, man, it's just crazy. You can do a lot of this marketing without even talk. I mean, it's just, and you know what? It's almost better that way because there's so much of this that's watched while somebody's at work or in a lobby or you know what I mean, a waiting room
Right.
or somewhere where there's other people. So them being able to just read the words on their screen versus have to listen to somebody can
Yeah.
really help you at least getting a follow or getting somebody to, you know what I mean, click a link and enter their email so you can get them on your list or something. I think it's helpful.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah. So a lot of opportunity, man. A lot of opportunity. What would you tell somebody who's, sitting on the checkout page of the 15-day challenge and is wondering and is skeptical and is, looking at this, hey, is this some scammy sham? Is this is this worth my time?
Right. 100%. What do you have to lose? You go in there for $7, you get outstanding training. And sorry, I gotta. Oh, damn it. Um,
Just go on ahead and just grab that camera that was doing perfectly fine just
no,
before you
that
started
that my
screwing with
phone thing came up, and so
it.
sorry about that. No,
No
but
worries.
yeah, to someone who's interested, man, go in. Don't look back. It's $7. You have absolutely nothing to lose, everything to gain for 45 minutes to an hour a day to learn. Um, what you learn in that 15 days is gonna, possibly change your life.
And if a burly Harley riding ex cop can do it, you can too, right?
Absolutely.
All right, BJ. Well, once again, thanks for your service, brother. And keep up the great work, man. Are you froze? Can you hear me?
Uh,
Okay, there you
You
are.
there?
Yeah, your
Okay.
power went out again. I was
Something. I don't
just
know.
I was just telling you thanks for your service and thanks for your
Uh,
time today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, and thank you. And come back and keep us posted here in the next couple of months, would you?
All right, man. Sounds good. Thanks for
All
having me
right,
on the show.
BJ. All
All
right,
right.
talk to you later, brother.
Take care.
See you. All right, my friends, you can follow BJ's crazy journey at Make Money with McCullens. That's Make Money with, and then McCullens is spelled McLullans. Make Money with McCullens. And some other folks had mentioned, and I mentioned it earlier, his TikTok for his. Actually, you can follow BJ at his Facebook group at Pro Rider. That's another place that you. So if you're interested in, you're another motorcycle. You're somebody who rides motorcycles, Harleys, whatever. That's an interest of yours. Even cars. Here is a guy. Here's a guy. Get connected. This is why this community is so powerful. You got to get. Come on, tell me there's not a bunch of people who are, like to ride bikes. Bunch of people who maybe some ex-military, some ex-police, ex-law enforcement. Where my Leos at? No, that's me just using some acronyms that I don't, I'm not ex-law enforcement, but I'm all about it. I'm all about it as a um upstanding citizen. Support my police. All right. Yeah, man. We got a lot of law enforcement. We got a lot of military. We got a lot of different people that you can connect with. And yes, Aaron says Leo, law enforcement officer. That's right. All right. So, anyways, go and follow BJ in all the cool stuff he's got going on. Pro Rider, of course. Join his Facebook group, and also check out his Make Money Online affiliate marketing stuff at the link on your screen. Folks, have a great weekend. All right. It's Friday. It's February 11th, and still so much time to make February an amazing month, to make 2022 an amazing year. I'm continued to, I tell you guys to tune into these shows every day because I tune into them and I get so much benefit from them. Just from talking to people that are new, talking to people that are new and figuring it out. And sometimes when you're experienced and you complicate stuff a lot, because you've got a lot of knowledge and experience, you need to continue to hear a simple message. You need to hear a message of people who are brand new, who are just putting the pieces together and succeeding like that. You need to hear that. You need to hear different ideas. And so text the letters WUL to the phone number 813-296-8553. And we'll send you a little reminder every morning when we go live on the show. And you can just click the link and come over here and tune in live, even on your phone. And I promise that if you listen to these conversations for a period of time, you'll be different, think different, see the world and yourself different, in a more empowered way, in a more confident way. And you'll have information that very few people on this planet have about selling and making money and persuading and influencing people, both verbally through, in person and on video, but also through the written word. And that's one of the beautiful things about the internet is we all now have an opportunity to be able to make the same amount, equal opportunity with the words that we use, both on video and in person or on webinar, but also in the written word. So, learn these skills. That's what I'm saying. Learn these skills, because the playing field has been leveled. And we talk about these skills absolutely in our training. Should you go through the challenge and finish it? Yes. Should you invest in the blueprints if you can and dig in head first? Yes. And tune into these shows 5 days a week and soak up all this information. It's right here. And for most of us, a lot of times the answers are right in front of us and we just don't pick them up and use them. And so I invite you, please use this valuable information that these folks are bringing each and every day to this show. Get a reminder, make a commitment, make it a part of your routine, and watch your life get better and your business grow in the direction that you want to see it grow instead of the direction that you don't want to see it grow. All right. Be legendary, my friends. Have a fantastic weekend. Get out of here. We'll see you back here on Monday for another episode of Wake Up Legendary. Peace.